All right. What is up? In this video, I will be taking you for a ride from Heraklion to Agios Nikolaos. They say there is construction work going on the road and it's tedious and it is not so good. So in this video, I want to show you how it really is and if it's that challenging or not. Also at the same time you will get to see somewhat Heraklion and how to get out of Heraklion to the highway. So in front of us there is not a U-turn, okay, but still we have to wait for the red light. To me it doesn't make any sense. When the car from the left side is going in, we should be already allowed. Here we have another traffic light and then we are good to go. Yeah. So here on the right side we have a bus stop. You can also take the bus from here if you want to go towards the south of Kreta Island. And also we have many shops, butcher shop and coffee shops on the right side, in case if you want to grab a coffee or a drink or whatever for your journey. And this creates lots of hinder in traffic, because everybody stops here to grab something, and when they want to leave, it's a problem. Here we are gonna take a ride to get to the highway. And you can see on the other side of the street there is lots of traffic building up. We are driving about 80 kilometers per hour. 90 kilometers per hour is the speed limit, and it seems to me pretty fair and pretty relaxing to be going around 80 kilometers per hour or 85. After driving a little while, it feels like nothing, 80 kilometers or 70 kilometers per hour, but it is a lot of speeds. And this is another entrance to the city, and especially towards Konosos and Mesabeles. And we also see lots of traffic sometimes building up here because of the trucks and because of other vehicles. We have a few indications here, warning signs for bump or dip ahead. It is not as serious as they are mentioning it, like 50 kilometers per hour doesn't make any sense. But anyways, they are putting it out there. I had my indicator on and I was trying to overtake, and this car in front of us just keep pushing on me. So you will get to see lots of these incidents. Where some people, they don't understand the traffic language. Here at this point we have an exit from highway to the airport on the right side. As you can see, that taxi over there is indicating to take a right exit. And from here on we should be driving 70 kilometers per hour, officially mandatory. But none of the cars that you see in front of me are going 70 kilometers per hour. They are rather going 90 kilometers, because I am already 80 kilometers per hour, so how come they be 70 kilometers per hour? So it says Erapetra 90 kilometers and Setea 142 kilometers away from this point. And here on the right side we have a camera. It's most of the time this camera is active, and the speed limit is 70 kilometers per hour. That's why you see all of these cars slowing down. Here we also have a pump station, a coffee shop on the right side. And we are entering the municipality of Chersonissos. Speed limit again 70 kilometers per hour. We have a Shell pump station. If you are filling your car from inside the city pump stations, it's much cheaper. And if you are filling your car from on the highway, it's more expensive. If we would take this exit on the right side, it's gonna take us right to the Carteros beach, and if we follow the road on the right side, if we take a right turn, then it will be taking us towards Arena Beach. Agios Nikolaos, 54 kilometers from this spot. Now you can see, as we get out of the city or town areas, the traffic becomes much more smoother and relaxing. Every now and then you will have some drivers, those who are in rush, some drivers, those who aren't well educated about the traffic rules and laws. But other than that, it is pretty relaxed drive, and yeah, it is a double road. So here we have now speed limit 90 kilometers per hour, and on the left side, that's Arena Beach. So I'm gonna take over this car because I have the speed limit of 90 kilometers per hour and we have a long journey ahead. So it's nice to have some momentum. Also, we have exit here. If you would take the exit on the right, then it's gonna lead you to Kukini Khani. On the left side of the highway we have Kukini Khani, and you can take this exit, and there are tunnels beneath the road that you can go to Kukini Khani. Now I'm finally in the 5th gear, finally. And I get it, when I'm driving myself sometimes, I get it why it is a little hesitant to be driving and exploring Kreta Island frequently, because we have lots of cars and we have lots of traffic, and sometimes it can turn into not a very pleasant experience. Some bad players, they can ruin the day and the experience. Like right now, the speed limit here is 90 kilometers per hour. If I was in the Netherlands, this would be the speed limit, because there will be everywhere cameras and there will be checks. So also people are just inherently respecting the laws. And here, because we have tourism industry, everybody comes from every part of the world, and it possibly the traffic rules and laws, they don't always apply from one area to another area, the attitude of driving, and it creates like a mix of different attitudes of driving and behavior. So yeah, so that can be like a factor, like a demotivating factor, to be not driving too much around the island. And now we have the speed limit of 110 kilometers per hour, and if we take the right exit over here, it's gonna take us to Gouves, Katu Gouves, also Chersonissos. And don't forget that we are making this video and this whole journey to show you how the road is leading towards Agios Nikolaos. And from this area until Agios Nikolaos we have 46 kilometers left. Right now I am about 102 kilometers per hour speed, and the speed limit on the street is 110 kilometers per hour. Now we have again 100 kilometers per hour speed limit. We are going 99 or 100 kilometers per hour, and that's the speed limit. The further we get from the towns and from the main cities and villages, the emptier and the more relaxed it gets. The views are very gorgeous here in this particular area. The way the bridge is and the canyon and the gorge is, it is just beautiful. So now we are starting to enjoy our ride instead of suffering through it. And we have 90 kilometers speed limit over here, and we are driving 90 kilometers per hour, respecting the speed limit, and it is plenty enough. And this car on the left is not respecting the law. Yes, this one too. And from here on we have 100 km speed limit on. And I'm going about 92, 93 now, and I think it's plenty enough. Whenever I drive in this speed limit, I save lots of fuel and I feel much relaxed. So here we have another exit in about 500 meters to the right side of the road, which you can take to go to Platula city, or you can go to Old Chersonissos, or to the port of Chersonissos. The Old Chersonissos is just about 800 meters from this exit. This one on the right. And also the new road from airport is merging into highway from this particular area. The way that a red car merged into the highway, it was, you could feel it was a bit less controlled. It was pretty sharp and hectic. That kind of moves, it doesn't affect the driver because the driver is in control, but the person who is sitting next to the driver will have an adrenaline or a cortisol release in their body, and that affects their mood throughout the day. Sometimes it could be nice to wake somebody up. If your boyfriend is sleeping next to you, then you should be helping them to wake up. On the left side of the highway we have down far in distance Chersonissos, and people are sailing, people are doing jet skis and boat adventures. So if you would take this exit over here on the right side, this will bring you right in between Chersonissos and Stalis or Stalida. So for you it will be easy to enter Stalida as well. And if you are staying in Stalida, this is a better exit to take, or the next one. But this is also closer to Chersonissos. And from this area till Agios Nikolaos is 41 kilometers. .80 kilometers per hour speed limit over here, and we are driving 60 kilometers per hour. Lights on, and this is the first glimpse of construction work for the new highway on the left side of the road. As you can see on the left side, they are digging another tunnel next to this one. Until here I don't see any problem that road work is blocking the flow of traffic, not so far. And also we have some glimpses and bits and bytes of road work indication starting from here, pointing in about 2 kilometers there is work going on. And the truck on the left side, that seems like a municipal truck for trash, not road workers. But I'm noticing we are like the natural, the normal flow of traffic would have been faster based on my past experiences in this spot. But as we have indications here now getting more frequent, it's showing like, yeah, behave, work ahead, behave, work ahead. So here we have another exit or interchange. If you would go take the right direction, it will go to Mochos and to Platula city, and if you would go left, then you will go to Stalida, and if you will continue straight, then we are going towards Agios Nikolaos. Okay, so here we have now permanently these road blockers or these fences appearing. And I saw an excavator on the left side working, making moving stones, and yeah, so this is what we have so far. But so far the flow of traffic is smooth, everything is nice and well organized, there is not so much drama going on. Also more excavators and more machinery on the left side of the road over here. And more machinery over there working. And so far, the way I'm noticing it, this is one of the fastest moving road construction projects in Kreta Island. So they are doing it fast and pretty organized. There is a phenomenon that we all experience whenever we hear about something, then we create images and pictures and scenarios in our head, giving us excuses in order to do something or to commit something, and there are voices and reasonings that will prevent us from doing something. And that, I don't know how that voice is and from where it's coming, but whenever if somebody says or tells you, hey, well, it's problematic, there is construction going on the highway going from Heraklion or going from Chersonesos or Malia towards Agios Nikolaos, they are just sharing their own experience with you, or you may be reading it in a web page, or maybe seeing a picture in some social platforms, and then you begin to draw your own personal narratives over it. But to be honest, it's never the case. We always are biased towards what we prefer at that giving moment. So now we have absolutely smooth highway, no blockage, no hindrance, if that's a word or not. Yeah, I only noticed on the front of this few cars that we have, there is somebody who is driving way too slow. And the cars behind him is not able to take over because we have a double line on the left side. And these are the over conservative drivers that they kind of think that the only person who exists on the road is them, and everybody should be following what they are putting on the road is the law. Or simply, in other words, being careless about the flow of traffic is also not something that many people support. And right now, if there is somebody who is doing deliveries and there is some worker that has to be at X location, then when he sees this, he is starting to get panicked and feel off, because he wants to be on time or she. So here we have a 90 kilometer speed limit, and I'm driving about 87. Now I'm about 87, 86 kilometers per hour speed limit. And on the right side there is more construction work. They are connecting the highway from here, making another separate tunnel to take it towards Agios Nikolaos. And if you ever wanted to visit Sisi or Malia or Potamos Beach, this is the best exit over here on the left side. So scenarios like this can happen, that you don't have any construction work going on, you don't have any good reason to be as slow, but you are slow just because somebody choose to drive so slow ahead of you or ahead of the line. And now, to give yourself the reason, let's just not go to Agios Nikolaos because there is construction, there is road work going on, and it will be messy and it will be nasty. I don't think that's a good reason. It could be slow, and it could be also annoying in scenarios like this, which I personally am not annoyed. I don't have any problem with driving slow, but this creates like stress within the drivers those who are following the line, and then some drivers, they begin to act upon the stress, and that puts everybody else kind of in vulnerable place. And that's what I don't like about these scenarios. The driving slow in itself is just an okay thing so far for me, because I can understand it could be somebody who's careful and who's making this decision just to be safe, and that's absolutely respectable and relatable. So now here we have again a few indications showing rock falling and not overtaking, and 50 kilometers per hour. And we are driving about 60 kilometers per hour. And here on the right side we have a monastery and a church. Some people, they stop here, some people, they even come with buses to visit the monastery. And also we have a coffee shop over there to grab something, a snack or something. Προσοχή. Οχήματα εργοταξί. Okay, so caution works traffic. We have a bus here. And now we are again officially during the parts of the street where there is actual, genuine, serious road work going on. Not here exactly on this street, but I can see it on the right side. Caution works, access only. So on the right side, this is just access for the workers and lots of machinery. And we have work going on, excavator on the right side as well. To be honest, I don't see any problem, any hindrance in the flow of traffic. Believe me, even on a normal giving day, you would be driving at the same speed limit in this area as it is uphill. It's going uphill. If you remember from my previous videos, it's anaphora. And so far I haven't put my feet on the brake at all. Actually, I haven't feel the need to be pushing the brake, because just it's like every other normal day. And you can see everybody is driving. .50 kilometers per hour speed limit, and we are going 50 kilometers per hour. Okay, so this is a hot spot for workers and for some materials and other things that are gonna be needed for building the highway. (60 km/h) speed limit. (50 km/h) speed limit. There was no need for the 60 if you put a 50, and here we have a 40. Okay. Now we are in Katifora. Katifora means going downhill. I am in the fourth gear and I have no acceleration pushing, it's just the car is pulling itself. Till this area, it is like a normal day driving experience. They have managed to keep the work pretty distant from the flow of traffic. If we will take this exit on the right, it's gonna take us to Neapoli. Neapoli. It's not Neapoli, Neapoli. Neapoli. We have a rest area on the right side. If you missed the first exit towards Neapoli, we have here the second exit as well on the right side. And if you are into scenic routes, then you can take this exit and then you can go towards Agios Nikolaos through the mountainous area, and you will get to see various villages. Neapoli Old Road. Agios Nikolaos from here is 13 kilometers. Okay, so we have again indications of road displacement. I don't know, displacement or road movage, something like that. It's showing like you gotta focus on, because lift slide ahead. Yeah, we have again road work on the right side, but I don't see if it's doing anything. I'm going 80 kilometers per hour and the cars in front of me as well, and we are cruising, baby. We are cruising. We are having a good time. Slide right ahead. .70 kilometers per hour indication, and we are going 70 kilometers per hour. And we have serious excavation going on the left side of the road. Continuous work. And a very smooth traffic flow. On the right side here we have a village. On the right side of the road, more road work. Here you cannot go left, you cannot go right. Going straight is mandatory. So here we are slowing down quite a bit, not that much, but it is. We are going cruising around 60 kilometers per hour and a little bit of dust. That's all. Other than that, we are cruising, baby. We are cruising. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road and ride till I can no more. That's the song just came to my mind. Yeah, it's absolutely fine till now, and we have quite a long line of cars following the same speed limitations. It's just like 60 kilometers per hour consistent. Maybe in some given moments 50, but I'm keeping the distance from the cars in front of me just to be able to have more gradual control over the car, over the vehicle. And instead of controlling the car with the brakes, I will just let it flow and I will control it with the gear. And I'm pretty sure the car behind me is possibly pissed, thinking why he isn't going right behind the car in front of him so we can go a bit faster. But it doesn't make any sense for me to be close to the next car. It's not gonna make you go any faster than you already are going. And the second annoying thing is that once you are like not following their orders, what they do is they drive right and left behind your vehicle, your car, just like letting you know that how pissed they are. And I absolutely enjoy that. And I'm thinking like, okay, if you are feeling like that, then stay like that. It doesn't make any sense to bring our frustrations, our personal issues and project it on other people on the road. I don't think that's... Oh, we have good prices here. Diesel 1599 and petrol 95 1789. And it's frequently that I'm noticing this pump station here on the highway and the one in front of us on the left side of the road is always cheaper than the ones that I notice in other areas. So far on the highways that I've ever traveled, I've never seen cheaper pump station than these two ones ever. I think anybody who owns this pump station is a very good person, a very good man. Speaking of getting pissed on traffic, so there is one another thing. Players, bad players, when they feel this, which I personally don't feel any hindrance, any problem. We are driving. I've never stopped even once in order to kind of do something different. We are just cruising and driving. Excuse me, around the same speed limit, 50, 60, 50, 60. And some bad players, when the world is not adjusting itself up on their order, then what happens, they feel uncomfortable and then they post a picture on social media or they write on their blog post about it and whining about it. In reality, everything is just smooth as ever. So whenever you read or hear something negative on the internet or in the internet, make sure you question once why this person is angry about it, why he is explaining the matter the way he is. So negativity is pretty easy to, it's very easy for us to feel negative about something and have an opinion already in a negative state of mind. and explain something in a negative way. So that's a challenge for some people to think clearly. Obviously this one is expensive. The one we left was 1599, I guess, the diesel, and here it is 16 some other numbers. So yeah, people can easily be negative about their partners, about their girlfriend. They judge easily, and they exacerbate a negative idea pretty easily. When we face a million positive things, it just goes unseen, and that's called not having gratitude. We should always be grateful, and we should always practice gratitude. So now we are officially inside Agios Nikolaos, and we did not have to stop even once because of the road work or because of the construction, even once. Okay. So if you are looking to book in Agios Nikolaos, if you are still thinking about booking anywhere in Crete, and you are thinking, well, there is road work going on, and this gonna happen, that's gonna happen, it's not gonna be pleasant, that's just the imagination of some negative minds. It's absolutely not the case. It's been an absolute pleasant experience for me to drive, and it's gonna be for you too. And look, it's absolutely charming. Agios Nikolaos is absolutely charming. Now for me, the second challenge is to find a parking. We have two options. One, we have a municipal parking, and the second option is paid parking. First, I'm gonna try the municipal parking, as always, and then if we couldn't manage to get into the municipal parking, then I will go for the so this guy just drove, imagining he is flying in the sky without any indications, and I was pointing to him like, come on man, dude, start your indicator, you can cause trouble. On the left side there is a parking, but I'm pretty positive that it's gonna be not free, because obviously everybody is driving towards that destination direction. So we are going to find a parking, and also it's nice for you to see this part of Agios Nikolaos. So now we are going to try to find a parking. At the port of Agios Nikolaos, so that's where we are headed towards. Port of Agios Nikolaos, and it's getting warm. We are inside the town, not so much wind, and the slower we drive, the warmer it is. It is slightly windy, which is nice. So here we are gonna take a lift, and it also is indicating that this direction is going to lead us towards parking. And I'm driving a van into Agios Nikolaos, into these narrow roads, which is pretty challenging spiritually and mentally for me, and also for other people. But we gotta do what we gotta do. He thought maybe his family would follow him. That's what happens when you don't keep your eyes open. I'm joking. So on the right side we have one paid parking, which is pretty small. Here I don't want to go, and in front of us we have municipal parking. It's €4 per day. Yeah. But I want to accept the challenge of going towards the port of Agios Nikolaos and see if I can find a free parking there. And this guy with his parking, he doesn't live in the city. He's just he's like, I don't care, I'm from the village and I can park in the middle of the street, and you have to understand why I am doing that. I can justify it because it's me. Oh boy, I remember parking in this area. The car gets cooked. If you would enter the car, you cannot touch the steering. It gets cooked here. It's kind of caved area, and there is not so much wind, and it's just like one continuous heat built up. So far we haven't seen any hindrance, any problem. We are driving smooth and nice. Again, very steep anaphora. In this kind of areas, you shouldn't be pushing the car so much. Acceleration on 2, first gear, slowly climbing. Very pleasant, no problem at all. And here we can take a right to go towards the port. I don't know if it is as easy. Let's go from the other one. On the right side there we have an archaeological site. And now we are at the heart of Agios Nikolaos. All the touristic things are happening here. So you or getting to see a touristic drive of Agios Nikolaos. And boy, it is touristic, and it is busy at the same time. By now I'm not too positive if I am going to find a spot, a parking spot at the port. It seems less likely. Again, first gear, very slow, residential area, also at the same time small roads, exit and entrances that can be challenging. So everywhere we have parking, if you noticed, it's because Agios Nikolaos is a small town, relatively small, and space needed for parking. It seems like we've done a walking video with the van through Agios Nikolaos. You've seen the beach, you've seen the touristic street, and now the coffee shops next to the beach. What else do you want, huh? It's so nice. I'm looking at the beach and I see people are swimming and the sea is just calm, the calmest that it can be. And it was not the same story in Amudara. It was pretty wavy and windy, but it is absolutely pleasant here. All right, I see a slight slim possibility of availability for parking, a very slim, a very slight, and I don't need to spend an entire year here. It's just I need a little bit of parking to be able to make the video. A night video. And I have found an exact place where to park. Maybe temporarily here on the right. Alright folks, so this was it, a very nice and pleasant drive from Heraklion to Agios Nikolaos, and there was road work going on, and it never caused any trouble, any problem. We drove very smoothly and very nicely till here, not even one stop, and everything went so nice and smooth. And if you are thinking about booking here, and if you are thinking about that this whole road construction thing could be a problem, that's not the case at all. It's pleasant as ever. So hope you enjoy this video. It's more on the informational part of doing things, and also maybe a little bit of joke and entertainment as well. If so, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, share your thoughts, recommendations in the comment section, and let me know if you are if you had any other different thoughts about the road construction and if it solved a problem for you. So let me know in the comment section. If so, then you can support the channel by subscribing, or by becoming a Patreon, or maybe sending a super thanks, or maybe whatever, donating a coffee on my PayPal account link, which I will leave in the description. Other than that, until the next time, peace.